Hello again, everybody.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. Pass incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Jackson buying time to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Sendejo. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Following the interception, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Chris Wormley coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Wide.
On play action, Cousins. Flush to his, and the pressure gets to him again. Terrell Suggs in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how they can be.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 61 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of 2 ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
For Baltimore, Charles, if you look back to this season, it was pretty interesting. They start 4-5. You think John Harbaugh may not be there. He's on thin ice. Joe Flacco's at quarterback. But then Lamar Jackson comes in, and everything changed. Their whole offense changed.
It certainly did because of the infusion of speed at the quarterback position. And throws the ball a little bit better from the pocket than maybe he got credit for. Has to get better at that. But I think people had to adjust because Joe Flacco as a quarterback, you knew where he would be every time. 3 to 5 steps behind center, you could go get him. With Lamar Jackson, he could be anywhere and make a big play. And how about that defense? Number 1 in the league in fewest yards allowed yet again.
On second down, here's Jackson. Got it complete to Crabtree. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and run for it with Collins. He's got the first down and more past the 40. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, 73 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
From 13-3 to 8-7-1, and this was a team that many thought off that 13-3 season were Super Bowl contenders. What happened?
I think they struggled with Kirk Cousins meshing in as their new starting quarterback. Their offensive line had its share of troubles up front. Couldn't keep Dalvin Cook healthy as their lead runner. But the defense, even though the numbers were good at the end of the year, they struggled throughout as well. They had some games where they gave up some big plays. Remember the Rams game earlier in the season? The Packers game that was a tie, I think the second game of the year. So all in all, they could just never get that consistency and cohesiveness that they had in 2018. But it's a team that's not very far away. They can bounce right back into the playoffs in this upcoming year.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Brandon Carr there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here we go.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Hey, 382, Liz 50.
From the red zone now, Cousins. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Gun. Wide. Black.
Cousins again. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. He's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Listen to me.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Gonna let it fly for Rook. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Jackson. Crabtree with it over the middle. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree, 31 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Now Tucker to add the PAT.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Play fake, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Cousins. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Two.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. More from Minneapolis after this. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set! Green 39! Green!
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Ben Gideon coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
No, check, page Patriot! Patriot! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now Jackson on second down, eluding the pressure right. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. On first and goal, Collins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Watch it now, Barney!
The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good, and they take a 17-14 lead. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Net 50.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. That's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing is Cousins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Rhino, Rhino! Hey, steamer, steamer! Hey, flipper, flipper!
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, is intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
All right, now, look at 56.
Throwing again. Jackson forced out to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Leave it. Ringo, 48. Gone. Hey, flipper. Ringo. Pick it up.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cousins on 1st down. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And now out comes Minnesota. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. C.J. Mosley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. He just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Tight end right, tight end right. You're hurt. 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Through. Rhino.
To throw, Cousins. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Hey, flipper. Wide.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he finds Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Cousins. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2.
Let's go.
They'll try to run with Murray. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Gun. Wide, wide. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Now Cousins. Toward the pylon, caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph from 6 yards away. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point try by Bailey. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead now up to 14. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. The drive starts with a run by Collins. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, 78 yards. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. Lets it got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, hurry. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Rhino, Rhino! Got four down. Lucky 50.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4.
Wide. Two. Rhino. Yellow. Ready, in there. Yellow.
Second down, Cousins looking deep downfield. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 31 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will
No,
he?
he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the two-point try. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Lucky 56.
Here's Collins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
No.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
second down. Collins. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big body guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Steps away to his left. The ball comes out, and this belongs to the Vikings.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 27. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Green 39! Green 39! Gone!
After the interception, here's Jackson being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
No. Check. Patriot. Gone. Watch him now, Barney.
Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Anthony Barr. In from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
On second down, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that was a young punt, the rookie being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field, where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
Rhino!
Following the interception, Cousins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action now. Cousins out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10, escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Jackson eluded, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go, it's Jackson on 4th down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, the team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
That doesn't help indeed. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. And now out comes Minnesota. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Andy! 2. And then 50, here we go. Done.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Cousins now. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And the Ravens taking the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like the bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
On second down, Jackson flush to his right. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
When you can count on one hand the number of completions you've had in a game and we're in the second half, that tells you it's really not been your day.
Yeah, but you're losing. You can't just abandon the passing game altogether.
Yeah, maybe you can get hot, string a few together, and get rolling.
Throwing is Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Now again, this is Murray. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
We're good.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Cousins here to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And now here come the Ravens. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile. One last shot for Jackson. And he's going to go down again.